to send out 2-person teams or 3-person teams to organize small trainings to reach the clubs that don't come to us. The mountain won't go to Muhammad, Muhammad goes to the mountain. We may need to do that in August and create small teams that will go out to some of those corporate clubs that don't go to training, to some of the more outlying parts of the district, northern Westchester, southern Brooklyn, eastern Long Island, and other community clubs that just don't show up. So you will be the ones. We're counting on you. So thank you, Tom, for sharing that. Now tonight, what Kuei, and I'm going to introduce him momentarily, what Kuei and I are going to be doing is testing. We need your help and your support and your cooperation. How many of you, by the way, don't have the handout? Okay, the yellow handout. How many of you don't have some of these? These are like little evaluation slips. Okay, chill. Very good. Anybody else? Okay, because what we're going to ask you to do is Kuei will be basic. By the way, we were given 45 minutes. Don't worry. We recognize that we stand between you and more socializing. We stand between you and the food. We even stand between you and going home. So don't worry. It won't be 45 minutes. It'll be more like half an hour, maybe 35 minutes. So what Kuei is going to do is he's going to roll out sort of a 25-minute presentation. And this presentation will be hopefully delivered at most of the main TLIs this summer. Now, what's the objective of, and as you're listening to what Kuei is doing, please give feedback. Do you think, in your opinion, that it meets the needs of club officers as they have questions about pathways, that as they attend the trainings this late June, July, and August? Is there something that could be taken out? You know, maybe there's a low priority item here that really doesn't need to be explained. Maybe there's something that wasn't explained. Maybe you'd like to tell us what you think on all the things that are explained tonight, the things that club officers absolutely must need to know. Okay, so we need your feedback. And we ask you to use these little slips of paper to do so. We'll be collecting it after. If you can write your name, please. Because if you want us to get back to you and discuss more, that's great. If you want to give us your name and email, that's wonderful. Now, some of you may say, hey, Mark, I thought you guys were going to talk to us about pathways and explain everything about pathways there is. No, we cannot do that for 2 reasons. Number one, we'd be here for 5 hours. Number 2, we don't know everything about pathways. In fact, there are a lot of, I don't think anybody in this district knows everything about pathways, right? Because it's just so much to know. Number 2 is, so that's the real reason. So we don't know everything about pathways, and we'd be here for 5 hours. So our purpose tonight is just to test audience, this presentation, and get your feedback so we can bring it, so that we can develop it, refine it, and roll it out 9 days from now. The first training will be June 23rd, and so that's the other thing. Finally, some of you will be asked to be, some of you that are pathway guides, but we have a number of you in the room, you will be asked, Sudhi, for example, and Brian, and many others, you will be asked to do the 20-minute or so module at the TLIs, Jeannie Boyarski and others, okay? So that's really the purpose here tonight. Our presenter tonight is a wonderful, wonderful individual. He's a pathways guide, okay? He's a past area director. He has experience in the 2 kinds of clubs. He has experience in corporate clubs, Fact Masters, because where he's employed at FactSet, that's the big Bloomberg competitor. Okay, he's a product manager there. So he's very deeply involved with corporate clubs, but he's also very active with community and open clubs. So he has the best of both. It's sort of a binary experience in Toastmasters, okay? So he's really uniquely qualified to give us this training tonight. He's also, talk about binary, he and his wife have 2 kids, 11 and 9. So they are masters of chaos. So he knows how to deal with chaos, okay? Pathways guide, area director, and finally, he's a contest junkie. Right? This past spring, he was the first runner-up in the Division F evaluation speech contest. He loves contests. He loves getting involved. Please give a warm welcome. Give it up for Kuei Fong.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. And I really loved Tom Marino's presentation. And I'm going to take a page from it. I'm going to get comfortable. I'm going to take off this jacket. One of you guys. And I work out a lot, so I want to show off at once. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about pathways. And Mark and I, we spent quite a bit of time putting together these slides. We argued and wrestled over the slides. And we decided we'd just put it out here, get some feedback, and see how